Yeah, it's like a drug addict with backwards.
It's the reverse crackhead.
Yeah.
Hey, this crackhead giving me money? What's going on here? Hold on.
Take this money. Please. I'm trying to get clean.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Scatter Roots podcast.
What's your game here, buddy?
Hey, man, what's going on?
What's up with this
Why
getup?
you-
What's up with this getup we got going on right here?
This is so uncomfortable.
What is what? I said I was gonna be the luchador. What is going on here?
You know what I'm saying? There's a new guy in town, baby. And his name's The Beaner.
Is that your luchador day?
That's my luchador name. For anyone that's not watching the YouTube, Kevin and I are in full luchador. I guess not full luchador getup. But
We're literally in like the bare minimum.
I'm wearing a luchador mask with a beanie on. So my name is The Beaner.
I don't have a luchador name, man.
He doesn't have one. He's not the
I
creator.
threw on wrist tape though.
You have wrist tape on, good. I got the cutoff. You went full shirtless. You got the nips hanging out.
Yeah, I got.
You look good.
Free the nip.
There
free
you
the
go.
Nip, you know.
Yeah.
I
Good
have-
boy.
Under this, I have like a I love boobies.
Why are we dressed like this,
Wrist
Kevin?
tape. I don't know.
Let's give people some context.
I'm uncomfortable. Could this be?
Hey, we also have a pumpkin on the table.
Yeah.
We have a tablecloth with what flower is this? I told you.
Ah, fuck. Hold on.
Give me the English name.
Marigolds.
There you
African
go.
Marigolds.
Yeah, but they're native. Oh shit. Sorry. But they're
As you can see, he can't see anything in that mask.
it's so hard to see with this mask on.
He's literally blind.
I'm gonna struggle so hard when I gotta
Oh my
read my
God.
notes. But yeah, so to provide a little context, it is right around the corner, Dia de los Muertos, Halloween. all
They're not
that.
the same, but we're celebrating.
Yeah, so maybe we start there. Do you want to start the conversation there?
Okay. I mean, they're not the same. The end. Some of you might think they're the same. They're not.
Well said. I think that about thanks
There you
thanks
go.
for tuning into today's episode.
There you go.
I think that about does it. No. So yeah, Dia de los Muertos and Halloween are right around the corner. Like you said, they're not the same, but we live in a space where we interact with both.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't. What's your? What,
Nah,
do
I
you,
don't know about that.
You don't celebrate Dia de los Muertos all that
I don't
much.
celebrate Halloween either.
You don't celebrate Halloween either.
Nah.
Interesting.
This is new.
Okay.
I was forced. I'm doing this for the
You've
clicks.
never
I'm doing this for views.
gone trick or treating, done none
Haven't
of
gone
that
trick or
jazz.
treating since I was like 11. To be honest with you,
I mean, that's when you about to stop. But like, so you did at some point go trick or
or
treating.
even earlier than that. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
So you have okay, but then
But I haven't like dressed up since then either.
Dia de
Like,
los Muertos, you say not that much either, right?
No.
Okay. Well, we'll get to that conversation in a little bit. I wanted to maybe dive in a little bit into the history of Dia de los Muertos. Do you know what do you know about it thus far?
What did Coco teach me? No, I'm kidding.
Hey, you know what? That's like a fair like perspective to have, right? I think Coco taught a lot of not just Americans, like white people, and you know the other. They also taught me a lot about Dia de los Muertos. I'm not gonna sit here and act like before Coco like I knew all that much.
I don't know. I probably knew like the bare minimum. I knew that it's more so to like honor the dead.
Mhm.
It's not really like this American concept of like spooky and I don't
Yeah.
know, it's more so familial. There's ofrendas. There's right like little shrines basically, and it was just that to offer the dead. I don't think I knew much about like the actual customs. For example, the flowers, leaving the food out, and all the significance.
like the details, like on how you actually do it. Yeah, like we never really did it either. So Coco was one of the first times I really like got to know about it, right? And it was also just wasn't a conversation that we had, especially. And I'll get into the I think why a little bit later. I think I talked to my dad about it, and after that conversation, it made sense. But before that, yeah, let's talk about Dia de los Muertos a little bit. I think that's I took this as an opportunity to learn more, right?
Yeah, can you teach me?
Coco taught me like the basics of it, well, not basics, right? But like the some of the customs that are more normal across all of Mexico and parts of Central America.
Oh, it's not just Mexico.
It's not.
Oh.
It is mostly celebrated in Mexico.
Cool. Do they have the same date?
So let me give you the rundown, okay? Well, let's talk about Dia de los Muertos more specifically, the one that's celebrated throughout Mexico. So the roots of El Dia de los Muertos comes from it prehistorically. Some of the tradition of celebrating the dead comes from like pre-Columbian times, right before 1492.
The prehistoric, the dinosaurs.
Not prehistoric. I said pre-Columbian. Historically, pre-Columbian times.
Okay.
Before Columbus, right?
Fucking Triceratops.
And the Aztec
What's your favorite
Empire.
dinosaur?
I don't know. Is it a Velociraptor? Should it be that one? That was the coolest
I
one.
don't know. Mine's definitely Triceratops, man. They got fucking horns and shit.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's kind of a slow, lame one though.
No, fucking.
And you're fat.
You're right. Whatever.
That's like your biggest fear in life.
It is. No, it's balding.
What does this mean? Let's unpack this.
Shut up.
No, okay, but hey, don't disrespect the history lesson. Okay, so it came from pre-Columbian times, right? And it was the Aztec Empire and the Nahua people living in what is now central Mexico. They kind of had this view of of life that was like cyclical, so they saw like death as being like an integral part of that cycle. And so there's like this journey that they would go on. They would travel to, I couldn't pronounce this earlier, Chichunamictlan? Chichunamictlan?
I can't see it from here, but yeah, something like that.
Chichunamictlan, right? So when a person died, they would travel to this place, and that's the land of the dead. And they would have to go through 9 challenges, 9 like journeys to end up in Mictlan. And that was like their final resting place. And so as a part to like aid the deceased in the journey, like family members would provide food. They would like, honor the dead to kind of help them get to this final land of rest. And so like those traditions of like doing that came from like the Aztec Empire. So now let's fast forward a very long time when, we now have like colonization in the Americas. Specifically, what was one of the biggest things we talked about that came across the ocean when Spain and Portugal? Disease is one of them, but not the main one that influences this.
Slaves?
Nope.
Disease.
Some people would say it's a form of slavery in some way. Mental slavery. I don't know. Maybe that's kind of a hot...
oh, no, dog. Tell me.
Catholicism.
Okay.
Yes, the church. So the church came... And, right, so now we have like this mestizo culture, right? Mestizo? I messed this up last time too.
Yeah.
Mestizo.
Sí.
And the Catholic Church, right? We celebrate All Saints Day, right?
What is that in Spanish? I don't know. I don't know my terminology in Spanish.
El Dia de los Santos.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
Is this what it is?
I'm not very good Catholic. I'm not.
Fair. El Dia de los Santos and there's what was the other one? It's on the first and the second. Well, either way, they land right there. So then, like, you have this custom of, once for like the kids. I think the first day is the Dia de los. Damn, I'm really dropping the ball here.
I have literally
The first day was for the kids, right, and All Saints, and then the second day was to honor the adults.
This is in October?
No, this is November 1st and 2nd.
Oh.
So then now you have like this mixing of culture, right? Like customs that you took from like the Catholic Church, and then like these like the ofrenda type of like, so ofrendas came from like the Aztec Empire, right? This kind of concept of like putting things to aid these people on their journey. And so then now you have this culmination that ends up being the Dia de los Muertos, right, which is celebrated on the 1st and the 2nd. My dad, and this is what I was alluding to earlier, said that like mainly it's on the 2nd that which you go to in our tradition, which again we don't celebrate here in the States, but my family did back in Mexico. They all go to El Panteón or the cemetery, and like they take like their offerings and their ofrendas there. They don't set up like an altar that has like the ofrendas.
No, they don't do it at the house.
And yeah, they don't do it at the house. Everyone just goes to the Panteón. Some people say, he would say like some people would go on the 1st because then like the 2nd would be like super packed. But nonetheless, it is celebrated. So that's just a little bit of background on Dia de los Muertos and how it came to be. And in all that, right? Nowhere do you see Halloween. I think that's just kind of like, and maybe I should do some research on like the background of like where Halloween is on the 31st. Do you know why?
Halloween?
Yeah.
I don't know. No.
I know it's a pagan holiday, right? That's pretty much the only thing I can say about it.
I was told that it was the devil's birthday when I was growing up.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's funny? So like looking at the Catholic Church, like I remember at one point my mom was like, no more.
No more Halloween?
No more Halloweeny.
Damn.
No more candies.
No.
Bro, sad as shit. But it's okay. Hey, we used to be out here mobbing. We'll talk about it later. But let's talk more about like some customs from Dia de los Muertos. So we talked about already a little bit. It's a day in which you honor the dead. And one of the ways you do that is you set up your altar, right? So it'll be a picture where, you people that have passed, usually most recently, right? Especially people that passed in the last year. But you can also put your abuelos and your abuelas that have departed for a long time. And then you put the flowers that we just talked about all over you put them on the altar. You put them actually up too, so they can find.
It's like to help them guide, right?
Mm-hmm. You're supposed to like put the flowers all across. They're usually yellow and orange are like the two colors that you see most prominently. They are native to the Americas, but they're called the African marigold in English. I don't know how to pronounce it in Spanish. It's like cempasúchil.
Cempasúchil?
Cempasúchil? I don't know, something like that, bro. It's hard to pronounce these words. So they put like all these flowers everywhere, and yeah, specifically they put some in front of the altar to like walk up and help guide the spirits to the table. And again, the table is supposed to be full of your favorites. What would your altar have?
Arroz con leche. Arroz con leche. Pastel de tres leches.
Disgusting.
Dessert. Fuck you.
Disgusting.
Probably some carne empanizada. Y unos frijoles charros de mi tía. Yeah.
Specifically those?
Yeah, she's the only one that can hit them hoes.
She can hit them hoes? Hey, I love frijoles charros.
Yeah.
Hey, someone was like making a joke like that was stand-up. It was like, bro, like us Latinos as Mexicans, terrible, bro. Like, we can never live a healthy life. Just look at the way we try to honor the dead. We give them like the worst food that they're like that they enjoyed their whole life.
What's on yours? What do you?
You missed the most important one, which is like un mezcalito. You know what I'm saying?
Te lo hocico, borracho.
What you mean, bro? I'm coming back to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? How are you gonna have a celebration?
Pura agua.
Without, you know what I'm saying?
You can't be a luchador drinking. No, I'm just playing. They probably get from
probably, bro. Up. Yeah. Hey man, this mask is getting hot.
It is, bro. This shit is itchy.
Yeah, and I got this beanie on. Let me at least.
Oh.
I almost stuck my headphones.
Damn, bro, that's a part of your mask though. Now you can't ever put the beanie back on.
Yeah, it's okay.
Are we gonna wrestle for the mask after this?
Yeah, I mean, shit. Like we're gonna be oiled up and sweaty right now because like I'm sweating like bullets.
All right, cool. Yeah, loser loses the mask.
We're gonna lose something. Integrity is one for sure.
Integrity.
We've already lost that, so I don't know who's really winning in this situation.
I think you mean our pride.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Okay, so mezcal.
So probably the mezcalito.
Salucita.
Maybe like some kind of like candy. I don't know what it would be though.
You don't?
I'm a candy fiend.
Okay.
Maybe like some kind of sour candy. See, but they're not gonna be like traditional. Yeah, maybe. It's gonna be like the most.
Gonna put Sour Patch Kids on fucking ofrenda. What the fuck?
It's who I am. What do you want me to do? You want me to sit here live? You want to put takis on my ofrenda?
Put squinkles on there, bro.
Squinkles are good, but I prefer Sour Patch Kids.
Okay.
It's supposed to be my ofrenda, right? At what? Hey, and at what point, right? Hey, we've talked about it. We got to. It's another age of like mixing cultures. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'll let you have it. Altares in the United States are going to be... Ofrendas in the United States are going to look way different than they do in Mexico. Right?
They're going to have a candy corn?
Oh, get the fuck. No. See, now you've crossed the line, buddy. That's gone too far.
All right. Which, by the way, where's Halloween candy? Like, what the fuck? Hey, let me not.
Where does that come from?
No, we'll talk about Halloween later.
Yeah, we'll talk about Halloween later. And I think that would be the most important things. I really don't care with the food. Maybe like unos tacos.
Okay, tacos. Okay, unos tacos.
And so you have your altar. That's like a huge part of it. I think that's pretty much the biggest part, right? Is like having a place where like you set up somewhere where you can honor those that have passed. And I think the biggest part is like it's not a day of like sorrow, of mourning. It's really supposed to be a day of like celebration and happiness, right? Like you are celebrating someone's life. You're not mourning that they're not with you anymore. Which is that entire like, and I think that's why maybe some people get offended when you try to like kind of cross the lines, kind of like we are here with the pumpkin on the table, between Halloween and Dia de los Muertos, because I think right people doing like face paints, doing like calaveras, like doing all that kind of makes it seem like they kind of go hand in hand, but they really don't, because Halloween's all about like being spooky and scaring kids and right trick or treat, right?
I don't know what Halloween is about. It's just weird.
To me, it's really about candy. I didn't do any research.
Some people it's
like,
about getting naked. So.
Oh yeah, in college it's all about being naked.
Yeah, so it's weird. Yeah. I'm naked now, so.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I feel like I should put my shirt on.
You should probably put a shirt on. But so we talked about the ofrenda, You know what I would have? Not mezcal. I don't know if I like it that much. Have you ever had pulque?
No.
Like the white, like
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what it's like actually made out of. I'm sure it's like a similar process, but it's like a white alcoholic drink. I can't look it up. Pulque. P-U-L. Shit, I'm gonna spell it. P-U-L-Q-U-E. They have some in Dallas. I'll take you to a spot so you can try it.
Okay.
It's pretty good. I'll probably have some of that.
Back.
And then atole is another one that's pretty big.
Atole?
During that time, yeah. Which, you know, for the longest time, I was like,
atole.
why do they call the hot chocolate atole? This doesn't make any sense. I thought it was the same shit for the longest time.
I don't like atole.
At all?
Mm-mm.
You don't like it?
Nope.
Chris, do you like atole?
Nope.
Johnny, do you like atole? Yeah, y'all tripping. That shit is delicious.
I don't know, man.
We used to serve it all the time at the iglesia.
You don't like tres leches? Fuck you.
Yeah, that's it. Because you're
Shut
drinking cake.
No, you're not. You're not
Yes.
drinking cake.
You are literally drinking cake.
It's moist cake. You're wrong. You're objectively wrong. You're an idiot. Move on.
Let's fight for it. That's so good.
This wrestling match is becoming a grudge match. Really
All right,
quick.
so let's talk about some other traditions.
Yeah, what else they got in the other one?
So have you heard of, and this was a shout out to one of our previous guests on the pod, Anaí. She said that she makes pan de muertos.
Oh yeah, pan de muertos. I know about pan de
Mhm.
muertos.
And-
It's like there's a lumpy looking pan
Mhm.
dulce.
It's supposed to look like it has like I guess bones on the top of it.
Is that what that is? I just
It's
know it's like
supposed to.
lumpy looking.
Yeah, and then they have like sugar on top, and like I think sometimes they put like white frosting for it to look like bones. But it's pan de muerto. And then the sugar skulls we mentioned earlier, right? You see them everywhere. You see them
Los calaveras. Yeah.
as calaveras. You see them. People will paint themselves as such. I was gonna try to do that this morning, but
Yeah, what happened to that? See, that's why I was mad because I was the luchador here. I don't know what the fuck. This man wakes up talking about I'm going to buy a mask. I'm like, excuse me?
Rey Mysterio gave me a call, and he was like, "There's this guy. This is imposter. You gotta go take him out."
Shut up.
So then I
This
went,
man.
and I got a real mask. Hey, I got like spikes on my shit. What's
So,
up?
I got like an Aztec warrior on the side of mine.
You do have an Aztec warrior on the side.
Yeah, I got some gold. Drip,
My
drip.
nose is definitely way too big to be a luchador. Like for people that know me, know that I got a nostril on me. I can smell I can smell
Yeah.
senses.
You can smell when someone's lying.
I can smell I can smell sound. You know what I'm saying? And right now my nose and this mask
Or not.
not working out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. This house finna poke through. But I'm finna get a rash at the end of this. But yeah, so food like pan de muertos, the sugar skulls. Are you actually supposed to like? Are they made out of sugar?
Yo, no sé, güey. Dude,
Yeah.
hiciste la research.
You were supposed to do some too. What are you talking about?
I did other kind of research. I don't know. I honestly don't know they're made out of sugar. Why are they called sugar skulls? I have no idea.
We'll find out later.
I know about la Catrina.
Oh, hey, literally, that's what I'm about to go to. So like calaveras literarias is like a part. It's I guess it's like poetry, right? That you write around this time of year. It's usually like taught in schools, is what I was reading.
Okay.
And then out of that, one of the biggest ones that ever came out was a composer. His name was Jorge like Posado, I believe was his name, and it didn't start with him, but La Catrina. What do you know about La Catrina before I jump into it? I have a little
very
rundown.
Emblematic of Aguascalientes. I think the person who came up with it is from Aguascalientes or something. There's like a giant one in Aguascalientes.
Ah.
That's very, very like.
So yeah, like rep it mad hard.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I don't know anything other than that. Yeah, it's like a female skull looking
Mhm.
thing with like a giant little head tress.
Which is like
whatever.
supposed to be satire.
Is it? I don't. I
Like the
actually
head-
don't know. I just know like the figure, and I
The-
know it's from Aguascalientes.
The
That's
head,
literally it.
the head, the flat, like the big hat with like the flower on it. It's supposed to be satirical. So let me give you the rundown on La Catrina. So La Catrina has become the face of the Dia de los Muertos, but she wasn't the first. So it started out with what I was referring to earlier in the Aztec Empire. There was a queen of the Underworld. I'm not gonna try to mispronounce her name. It's long and hard as shit.
Pause.
Pause. and
Oh my god.
yeah, so it's the same that we talked about, right? The Aztecs celebrated death and like the cycle. So like that was the first kind of like queen of this image. And then it jumps all the way to 1910, right, when I mentioned Jose Posada, not Jorge Posada, I apologize. Who he was a satirical lithographer, and he drew this image of the calavera with this big fancy hat on, which was supposed to represent, right, this Eurocentric like type of Catrín, right? Because that's what they were. That's Catrín was like this upper.
El Catrín. La calavera.
In a lotería.
El diablito.
No, that's lotería. But yeah, so
There's
La
a
Catrina Would they put that big like fluffy head on her? It was supposed to represent, right, like people trying to be Eurocentric, right? They were chasing kind of this whitewashed like society, and that was like in 1910, and then that's why like a year later, like they had like the revolution, and like that's why she's also like a symbol, because it was also like representative of that.
That shit's deep, dog. I
Yeah,
just
man.
know it's from Aguascalientes. That's rep because Viva Aguascalientes. The only reason why.
And then we also have the spirit guides.
Alebrijes.
Alebrijes, good shit. I literally could not remember the name.
These things.
If you watch Coco, right, that was one. That was what was the name of the one in Coco? Dante.
Dog, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it was Dante. He was a Xolo dog.
Choloscuincle.
How do you say that? I couldn't figure out how to say the whole.
Choloscuincle.
Xoloscuincle?
Very typical dog of Mexico, little like native dog.
Bro, literally, I was trying to pronounce it before the pod, and I was like, bro,
Xoloscuincles?
it was whooping my ass. I could not say it. That shit was long and hard too.
Yep. Very, I don't know. Traditional dog. I don't know what the fuck.
It's a hairless dog.
Yeah.
But like in the movie Coco said, like it doesn't always have to be this dog, right? Anything can be your spirit guide, and it's supposed to help guide you back from and help you find your friend.
I didn't know anything about that before the movie. I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like I didn't either. Like Coco honestly did a great job of like I think teaching a lot of people that are in positions like we are, where we are kind of like in this place where we don't really know. Because before the movie, I was just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? People, you know, paint their faces. It's kind of like Halloween. That's what I used to say as a kid. I thought it was kind of like Halloween. And it wasn't until like you really jump into it and like you get to distinguish the difference. And shout out to Coco for doing a great job. There's another Disney movie coming out soon that's about Colombia. Have you seen that? What?
I no. I didn't watch Coco. I'm not gonna watch this. Like
You never watched
I
Coco?
only watched like half of Coco.
What the fuck?
I don't find entertainment in.
What a fraud.
I like it. Go
What a fraud.
Viva Mexico, Viva Colombia. I don't watch it for myself.
I hate you.
I don't know, man. Shit was boring, bro.
How rude.
I don't watch movies, man.
How disrespectful.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that
What is it called though? The one from Colombia.
I don't know what it's called yet. I forgot. I know Maluma's in it.
Is he?
He's like one of the. I think he's like a dad or something in the movie.
Dad.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I
They
don't know.
miscasted the shit out of that. That man's like the biggest fuckboy there is.
He's a daddy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what he is, a daddy. Interesting.
But yeah, no. So Dia de los Muertos mostly celebrated in Mexico, but you also see it through Central America because it was an Aztec thing, right? Like I did a poll actually on my Instagram. Shout out to everyone that participated. If I
Shout out
asked,
to all 5 of y'all. We appreciate y'all.
first of all, I got way more than 5 responses. My Instagram is not your Instagram. Please don't project.
Did you see that? Well, we're really going to box after this. Or
What's
not
up?
box.
What's up?
I'll suplex you through this table right now.
But what
bro.
percentage of Latino? I tried to address, and I think only Latinos responded. Said that they celebrate Dia de los Muertos.
What?
What percentage of the people that responded do you think said that they celebrate Dia de los Muertos?
37.
No,
I don't know.
55.
Interesting.
Which is actually surprising. I thought that's actually way higher than I
Fucking
expected.
liars. That's all we learned. Is that there's some fucking liars on your Twitter. I mean, on your Instagram.
And then and then I backdoored that with like, okay, how many of you celebrate?
Hold up.
How many of you celebrate Halloween? And what percentage of people do you think said that they do celebrate Halloween?
95.
88.
There's still some fucking liars on your fucking thing. I'm the only one. Every Halloween is like, do you want to go to Halloween? I'm like, no, fuck you. I don't want to celebrate Halloween.
And as a part of that, right, I asked them like as well, like, hey, like if you do celebrate it, what are some like of the things that you do? And because I just want
Yeah,
to
how
see.
do you
like-
celebrate Halloween other than like...
No, not Halloween. I was
Get
talking about
drunk.
the other
I'm
Muertos,
sorry.
which is basically everything that we already talked about, right? Anaí mentioned like the pan de muerto that she makes, and then she sets up like her offerings to her loved ones. That's pretty much what you see around. We always leave sugar, salt, water, and their favorite food. I wonder what the sugar, salt, and water is for.
I know the water is meant to give them like strength to go back on their journey. Los fortalece. I don't know about the sugar and the salt.
Yeah, I don't know where that comes from. Interesting.
Don't know.
And then she also mentioned that like they put a path of flowers to the ofrenda down. One of my homeboys who's actually, I think he's Nigerian. He was saying, which I was like, why are you responding to this poll?
He lied.
Why are you responding to this poll? But like, I think it's actually like honoring the dead is something that's fairly universal, right? Like you see it everywhere. Although Dia de los Muertos specifically is more celebrated in Mexico and in Central America. There's other places. Do you want to hear about some other places that do things maybe a little bit differently?
No. Go ahead, bro.
But you killing me, dog. You killing me. Take the mask
I
off.
love doing this.
You're in a bad mood.
Nah, I'm playing. I love fucking with you. Go ahead.
So in Belize, they do Day of the Dead. It's a particular group of people from the Yucatan Maya ethnicity group.
Are they in the same day though, or are they different days?
So that one's on the same day, if I'm not mistaken. The one in Belize. Bolivia, they do a Dia de los
Bolivia's in South America, right?
Natitas.
Am I right?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I know they're what's their
Estoy aquí, borracho y loco.
How'd you come to that?
Lamento boliviano, bro. Estás bien pendejo una vez, esa neta, güey.
Why are you so mean to me? But that one's celebrated. Sorry. Dia de las Natitas, Day of the Skulls.
Interesting.
Is
Latitas.
It's celebrated.
It's a celebrated.
It's celebrated on May 5th, which is like random as shit.
Cinco de Mayo.
Bro, literally. I fucking hate you. That's literally like the one thing I did not want to happen. I hate Cinco de Mayo. I don't hate Cinco de Mayo. I just hate America's perspective of Cinco de Mayo. We talked about this before. In Brazil, they do Dia de los...
Brazil.
I cannot see with this mask on.
I'm dying, bro. We should take these shits off.
Dia de los Fieles Difuntos. Oh, the faithful deceased.
Okay.
Yeah. And so that one is on the 2nd, so same as in Mexico.
Okay.
I think that has to do again with it, like the Catholic influence.
That's the string that ties the world together.
Mm-hmm. Costa Rica does the same thing on November 2nd,
Pura
but
vida, baby.
that's more attached to Catholicism. Ecuador, they do it in some parts. It's mostly important to the indigenous group of Quechua.
Probably pronounced that incorrectly.
Incorrectly, yeah. But they make up a quarter of the population. So they have like different foods. Like I think one of them was like this thing called a colada morada, which is like this like green drink that they make out of like fruits and stuff. Like I think the blackberry is what gives it like that purplish kind of hue. Which
Blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Blackberries are delicious.
Are they? I don't think I've ever had a blackberry actually.
What does blacker the berry, sweeter the juice mean?
Don't ask me. Ask Tupac.
I thought it was darker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Dog, I don't know. I forget. I was bullshitting. Is that the quote? I don't know the quote.
I don't know. I think it's just supposed to mean, I don't know. Let me not get into it.
I have no idea.
In Guatemala, they do the same thing, kind of in Day of the Dead, but they do it more on the 1st. And they like construct and they fly like giant kites.
That's cool.
You should know about that. Yeah, what's up? You should ask your mom.
She's gonna know less than I. I asked her about like little spooky stories from Guatemala. She's like, shit, I don't know. I can tell you something about Mexico. And I'm like, all right, mom, thanks.
And then there's also like other ones like across the world, like they said that in some places like in Australia and Fiji and Indonesia, like they have a Mexican like celebration for like Dia de los Muertos.
Super cool, dog.
Which like brings me to a question: have you ever heard of the pizza effect?
The pizza effect?
Mm-hmm.
No.
What do you think pizza, James Bond, and Dia de los Muertos have in common? Anybody?
The fuck kind of Jeopardy ass question? What are you on about right now?
Ding 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 ding.
What is pizza?
What does pizza, specifically the pizza effect, James Bond, and Dia de los Muertos have in common? Or I guess how do they connect?
Need a pizza dressed as James Bond?
What?
I don't know, bro.
So the pizza effect is this idea of like you have like a cultural anything, right? It can be like a day, it can be like a custom, it can be something that's rooted in culture, right? Like food, for example, like pizza in Italy, that then gets big in other areas, and then they develop their own like it influences or it looks different in other places of the world, right? So it lands in America or wherever it landed, that people started throwing a bunch of shit on pizza, right? Because originally, like in like Sicily and like the place, like
I love pineapple on pizza. It's delicious.
Yeah, that's a hot topic. And hey, have you ever seen the TikTok dude that's like Italian and like his girlfriend is white?
No, the pasta. No.
The pineapple on the pizza, honey. Seriously, come on. No.
He's so nice. I love that guy.
Yeah, he is.
He's seriously in my espresso.
But yeah, so like in Italy, it's a big deal to like put like things that are not
No put ice on my
traditional on pizza. And before it was really just a basic pie. It didn't even have like a crust the way that we know pizza today has, like the thick crust on the edge. But right, so this is a culture of food born in Italy, and then the rest of the world ends up influencing and kind of changing the way that it's done in Italy.
How the hell did you throw James Bond in there?
So then we get to that part now. So this is James Bond 2015. I think the name of that movie was Spectra. There's a scene, huh?
Spectre?
Oh, Spectres.
Te digo que está bien pendejo, güey. O sea, no mames.
It's the mask. It's not letting me breathe. It's squeezing my brain.
It's cutting off circulation.
Yeah, I know. Fuck. I kind of like it, though. Maybe this BDSM stuff is kind of cool.
Oh, really likes being choked. Confirmed.
It's not there, man. You're the one that gave me like your how-to guide. What are you talking about?
Ogre. Don't deflect now, buddy boy.
You're the gag ball boy. Don't forget.
Right. Oh, okay.
What the fuck was I talking about? Spectre? Is that how it's pronounced? Spectra. I'm a fucking
Spectre,
idiot.
which is like a spirit, right? I think that's what a spectre
This is
is.
Spectre. Oh, Spectre. Let me move on. So the 2015 James Bond movie. There's a scene where they're running through Dia de los Muertos parade in DF in Mexico City, which was not a thing. This was not like something that did not happen. Dia de los Muertos didn't have a parade. It had never had a parade in Mexico City in DF. And based off of like that, the next year the city decided to throw a parade. And so every year from now on, like they have a huge celebration. Like I think over 200,000 people like end up going. Like it's a huge thing now. But that only came about because of the scene in James Bond that influenced, you know, and made
Welcome
people.
to the James Bond parade.
Exactly.
Shaken,
Which I just thought was
not
super
stirred.
interesting. Like and you see that, right? And I think that kind of like helps like sometimes bridge the conversation like I think Johnny was talking about, where people get mad about like mixing cultures, and it's like that's always going to be a thing. Like you're always going to end up influencing.
Were you really mad, Johnny? Were you like really upset?
I was saying that I'm not mad about that.
He's not mad about people like mixing cultures. He's mad about people being mad about it.
Oh, he's mad
Like,
about the people being mad about it?
He's mad about the
I don't
gatekeepers.
understand why they get mad.
Yeah, like he's like why are they gatekeeping? Like, you know, when like they don't even celebrate it themselves. Which like I don't know, like to a certain extent, like I definitely see like their perspective where like you want to protect like your culture, like you want to kind of make like leave it in its most pure form that you know. But like we just talked about at the beginning of the episode, Dia de los Muertos came about from mixing like traditions that were like from like the Aztec Empire with like Catholic like practices, and then you get, you know, this mystic.
What? What?
I can't take you seriously staring at me with this mask on. I can't.
This whole episode's a shit show.
But yeah, so that's what pizza, James Bond, and Dia de los Muertos have to do with each other.
I'm fucking hungry. Okay. That's
There
it. I don't know. Pizza effect. I don't know what the fuck. I've never heard of this.
Hey, look it up. It's cool. Like there's a bunch of other
I know the
examples
Kevin
of it.
Bacon number.
Wait, what?
Are you serious?
Oh, like 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
All right, cool.
I had to think about it. But yeah, anything else you'd like to add about Dia de los Muertos, or and is this something that you would like look to start doing?
Probably. Yeah. I think it's cool. I think we're doing it this year. Never done it before, but yeah, I like the sentiment behind it, and I've heard it's beautiful as well. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you're actually in Mexico and you see like all of the ofrendas, right? When it's just a one-off, like when nobody else in the neighborhood, I guess, is doing it, and you don't really appreciate it. But I heard it's like a whole thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's just beautiful, and yeah. I definitely want to be in Mexico for it though. I want to go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that's actually like when I talked to my dad about it was then it started to make sense, because to me it was like I almost thought that it was gonna be like a regional thing. I thought like certain regions of Mexico celebrate it and some don't, and that was kind of like my intent when I started to do some research, was to find out like what pockets of Mexico celebrate it and what don't. But it's generally celebrated everywhere. Some places more than others, like Guanajuato, like I think they do a lot for it. They do a lot of like the colorful painting, like they do a lot with like flowers. The F, they do a lot like in the southern states, like they do a lot of it.
Apparently they throw a whole parade.
Yeah, now they throw a parade thanks to the James Bond movie. And so I asked my dad, I was like, so do we just not do that in Durango? But like I said earlier, Anaí said that she celebrates it, and she's from Durango too. Like she only lives like an hour away from like where our families only live like an hour away from where we're from. So it didn't make sense. And then he was like, no, yeah, we do it. It's just that one for us, we don't set up an altar. Like we don't do that like in our home. Like we don't take a corner of the house or a room in the house and like and
put a whole bunch of rotten food by it.
Yeah, exactly. But we do go to the cemetery.
Yeah.
And that's where we put the ofrendas. Like we put everything there. Like and then like it's like the panteon gets packed. Like everyone goes. And so the reason that we haven't done that here is because there's no one here to do it for necessarily. Like in that way. Like we could do the ofrenda part, but that's not what we did before. In like my family was used to doing.
We can't go to this graveyard over here.
And we can't go to a graveyard here because we don't have anyone to really visit here yet. Yeah. Right. And I would think that even when my parents passed, they'd want to be buried in Mexico. Have you had that conversation with your parents?
No.
No?
No, move on.
Okay, my bad. I'm pretty sure they would. Now, if they, I don't know, that's not my decision to be made ultimately. But that definitely makes sense as to why I haven't seen more of it celebrated here, even in my own way, right? Even in the customs that we have. And this is because we haven't had, being first generation, like I haven't had that many family members pass away. And in circumstances where they have, most of the time they go back to Mexico to get buried. So it's we just haven't had the opportunity, which makes me feel good, which makes me now want to start doing it here.
Yeah.
Right. Start setting up the ofrenda, like start like kind of getting more involved with it, which I think is honestly, like if it weren't for movies like Coco, if it wasn't for something like the Pizza Effect, right? Hey, why are you shaking your head? It influences us to like kind of revive ourselves in our culture, which I appreciate. Like I'm gonna make an effort this year to do it.
No, for sure. Yeah, I think like I said, I think we're doing it this year. My mom's been preparing, decorating and stuff. My mom loves doing one thing, it's decorating. So
yeah. Your house is very like it looks like a Pinterest board.
And she stays on Pinterest.
The names on y'all's wall is crazy.
That little
the crossword puzzle the crossword puzzle on the wall. That Kevin's family has a crossword of their names on the wall, and like they all interconnect. It's so fucking cute. Good job, Miss Ortiz. Well done.
That's my mom's. That's what mom's doing.
I'm gonna send her an Instagram message and tell her good job.
Yep. She'll watch this. She'll hear it. She gives me feedback every episode. She liked our last episode a lot, apparently.
Did she?
Yeah.
No, very cool.
She also said that she nunca me regañó like the people in the video was like asking. She said that wasn't true.
Oh, the Hispanic Heritage Month one. I'm dead.
She said I was lying.
I brought that up to my mom too, and she was like,
right.
It's like, oh, you got a quick memory.
Se hacen mensas, ¿verdad?
Yeah, bro, literally.
Mensas.
Literally.
Mom, you
it
knew
is
what
because
you did.
my mom was so like she now if you meet her, you'd be like a saint. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way this woman could, unleash the thrashing of a lifetime. Like I'm pretty sure one of the thrashings I got is like top 10 all time.
Oh, lo que sí es que a mí no me pegaban. So she's like, yeah, that she didn't. That I didn't. That part wasn't true. But everything else was. Everything else was. If you asked permission when somebody was already outside, oh, you got in so much trouble. I have to ask permission like 10 days in advance before I could
well,
go
hey,
anywhere.
Kevin's mom, he's doubling down. Where you at?
Yeah.
But with that being said, you talked about it a little bit. Let's talk about Halloween now.
Yay, my favorite holiday. I love Halloween.
Do you like Halloween? Are you a fan?
I fucking hate Halloween.
Why?
Honestly. Like I said, growing up, I never really liked it all that much. I did trick or treat a couple of times, but I don't know. I told you. I think it was that. I think that was. Oh, you taking the mask off? We're ditching the masks,
bro. I couldn't breathe, bro. I don't know how you do. I know you're used to being like, all that
Shut
stuff.
up! I'm about to take this shit off too. No, but I think it's that I was told it was like the devil's birthday, and my dumbass believed it. Probably.
Yeah.
And I just never really vibed with it. I never fucked with it. I didn't like. I hate scary movies.
What did you when you were a kid and you dressed up? What would you dress up as?
Oh, like Power Rangers and stuff.
Hey,
Power
no
Rangers,
way, really?
Ninjas, yeah.
Hey, me too. This one year, bro, I'm a fucking idiot. I hate my mom. No, I'm sorry, mom. I love you. My sister was a Power Ranger the year before. She was the yellow Power Ranger.
Trina.
My sister is 4 years older than me, so she's bigger than me at this age.
From Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
From Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. She was the yellow one. So then the next year, we didn't buy, you know what I'm saying? We had a humble, shut up. We had a humble beginning, so we didn't always buy costumes every year. And so she had outgrown the Power Rangers one, and I had grown,
Right.
so I now fit into it. So my mom was like, "Oh, you can be," and I was like, "Yeah,
I'm gonna cut
yeah.
you some slack, bro.
I'll be a Power Ranger," and I
yellow-
was the yellow Power Ranger. And now looking back on it, I was the girl Power Ranger for Halloween.
So I'm gonna cut you some slack. The yellow Power Ranger was actually a dude in the original Super Sentai or whatever it's called in Japan. That's why if you peep, the pink Power Ranger has a skirt, the yellow one doesn't. Right. So if you don't know anything about the Power Ranger series, all the scenes where like most of the scenes where they're like in their Power Ranger getup, they're from the original Japanese show. So it was a dude.
Why the fuck do you know this?
I fucking loved Power Rangers back then. I don't know, dude. I just know shit. I don't know.
What a loser.
But yeah, it was only a girl in the American. So
that
was a
makes
dude.
sense. Well, hey, I was.
that's why I didn't have a skirt.
Where was the original Power Ranger from?
What do you mean?
The
Like
original
the show?
Mm-hmm.
Japan.
Hey, I was the Japanese yellow Power Ranger.
Yeah. There you go.
That's bro. But I remember for the longest time, I used to be so embarrassed. I used to be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I was the yellow Power Ranger."
Also,
with you."
the actress, she like passed away like shortly after.
Why
She
would you
passed
tell
away
me
too
that?
soon. Yeah. Sad.
Why?
Rest in peace.
How does that
Rest in
contribute?
Dia de los Muertos. Maybe we should
I
remember Trini.
I'm gonna put a picture of her up.
actress's
Be like,
name.
"Thank you for making me the yellow Power Ranger."
That actress passed. It was like in a car accident. And like, yeah.
So you weren't a big fan of Halloween.
No, never really was. I mean, candy's cool, right?
Yeah.
I like candy.
You said you stopped trick or treating around 11.
Probably even sooner. to
What
be
did your
honest,
parents like make of it? Is like did they understand like Halloween? Because I feel like similar to like Thanksgiving, it wasn't something that because like I guess for like Dia de los Muertos, it's also good to like point out that kids do like dress up, like they paint their face like with candy skulls. Well, I guess the candies, I don't know, it's just the skull, and they do go like house to house and they ask for like little treats. But it's not like trick or treating, right? Where you say trick or treat, like kids just run around and like take treat. they put up with the strap and be like, "Where's
I couldn't take the knot out. Oh shit!
It's no treat, bitch. Ain't no trick. Where the treat at?"
Oh my god!
Could you imagine those squinkles running around like just mobbing people for candy with like skulls on their face? It'd be a little intimidating, actually.
I'm back.
Yeah, you took the mask off too.
Yeah, I lost my mask. I can't ever put it on again.
Is that
Fun
the
fact,
thing?
that wrestler actually lost his mask.
So what does that mean? Actually, we need to do a luchador episode.
You can never put it back on. Like
We've been invited to
like
to record a podcast in center stage at a lucha match.
in a lucha ring.
Yeah, they're coming soon. Stay tuned.
Yeah. Anyways.
So when they take their mask off, they're done.
Yeah, like you can't never put it back on. You can't ever put a mask back on. Like it's like I don't know, it's just a thing.
Like, can you put a new mask on?
No.
Dang.
You're done. You cooked.
That
Gotta hang it
sucks.
up.
And so
Nah.
yours is he's been demasked.
Yeah. Now he
I've
wrestles
seen the
without a
I've
mask.
seen the ones where like they take one mask off and there's another mask underneath. I feel like
Shut-
fucking.
Did Rey
gangster.
Mysterio do that once?
I don't know.
I feel like he did.
Oh yeah, I think he did do that once. But that's why we wore the mask today, by the way, for Halloween. That was our costume in case.
Yeah, but I can't. As
did
you
make
can tell,
sense.
I don't like Halloween, so I can't come. Up.
And it was really fucking hot. I couldn't read my screen either. I was struggling hard as shit.
My head hurts.
But yeah, your parents, like their
I don't-
understanding of Halloween. Do you think they just like went with it, or they
Yeah, I
knew
think
what
it
to
was
do?
just like a little kid, like
Yeah.
all the little kids thing. They didn't think too much of it. I don't think. I think it was just that. Just my little kid's gonna go get some candy. And yeah, we just go door to door getting candies.
That's what I
Doing
think.
what kids do, you know what I'm saying?
I think that's like the general like story that most like first gen like kids have is like at least first gen parents actually where they're just like, I guess this is what we do over here because it's not a thing that's done like in Mexico. And so I actually had a friend that replied to my story on the Instagram and I'll read verbatim what she said. She was like, Halloween was just an American thing that Latinos would just follow. My parents dressed us up in our costumes, and we would drive to the nice upscale neighborhoods to
Yep.
get the good candy.
Yep. Hell yeah. You would not trick or treat in our bum ass neighborhood.
And this is the funny part that I related to. Yeah, definitely. You ain't getting shit in this
Nah,
neighborhood,
hell
boy.
nah.
But literally, like, get in the car and this ride.
drive to Lake or no, what's it called? Highland Park.
Highland Park, but we would be. Hey, I bet you them Highland Park folks are like, why? Where are all these Mexican ass
They
kids
don't
coming
know.
from?
We're dressed up.
I guess that makes sense.
They don't know.
Nah, they definitely knew he was Mexican. Like
Trick
our
or
parents.
treat.
Our parents.
All I saw was Trini walk up. Like,
Trini.
Shut up, Johnny.
Oh, you're such a cute little girl.
But no, but we used to do the same thing. Hey, bro, we used to mob Halloween. Bro, I feel like my parent, like my mom, especially my mom and my aunts, would like make it. It would be like a day that we were like working towards. Like, hey, like, we gotta get ready for Halloween. It's a big day. We gotta go get this candy. Bro, we would take trash bags, black trash bags, have them in the car ready, And we were like from 6 to like 9:30, bro.
Dang, y'all was on a mission.
We was on a mission to collect all the candy. And my mom was the candy bandit, bro.
Did she steal the candy?
You know how like sometimes like the people put out like one, but like please take one, right? They put a bucket out of candy, bro. Let my mom run into that motherfucker, bro. No chance. Go get the black bag. We would go get the black bag, dump all the candy in it.
Can't do that now. There's Ring doorbells.
Now, hey, no cap. And bro, by the end of the night, I kid you not, we would come back with like 3 black trash bags full of candy.
That's crazy.
Full of candy, bro. Dump them out and send them host to Mexico.
Oh my God, really?
All that hard work, bro.
What?
I mean, we would still keep a bunch of, like,
No
we had a
way.
shit ton of candy, so we got to like keep it, some of it. But nonetheless, we sent like 90% of it to Mexico.
What the fuck? That's crazy.
But bro,
that's wild, bro. That's
we would
so
be out
wild.
here working, bro. Working.
I remember my mom and my parents, or specifically my mom, like planning on like which neighbor, you know, and they would communicate with like my tias and stuff like, oh, acá sí están dando buenos dulces, blah, 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 whatever, whatever. Like it was like that. Yeah, it was like, yeah, they were basically all,
They're like on walkie-talkie.
they're like cop cars, right? Like, code 747 on.
Hey, full sneakers over here. Todos los sneakers grandes.
Yeah, none of that little snack size bullshit.
Yeah, bro. Hey, there was actually this one house in Highland Park where they set up like a maze for you to walk through, and they would give you a coin. Like when you like first came in, like they gave you a coin, and then you would walk through like their backyard, and it was a maze, and like on the wall of the mazes, like you could like put in your coin, and then it spit out the candy bar. There was like a picture of like the candy bar. It's actually super fucking intricate now that I think about it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But it was fucking cool.
How, as a kid, how did you feel about like the houses that had like all the, like the really scary shit?
I used to be fucking terrified.
Me too, bro.
I used to be like,
I'm not going there.
like sometimes like we would like be getting close to that house, and mentally like I'm preparing for that house. I'm just like, okay, that house is on the other side of the street. We got to make it down and then come back. And then from there, it's 5 houses. Okay, I got 5 houses to get ready. 5 houses. And then we get to that hole, and it'd be the nicest motherfucker that opened the door. He'd be like, y'all guys want a hamburger too? Like, they out here like having a whole fucking party.
Oh my God.
But then there were some people that were generally like assholes. Like there was some people
Nah, they
that
would come into the bit, right? Or they'd be like standing on the front in the front acting like they were like a statue or whatever,
yes,
and then like
bro.
move and
I
fuck with you.
hated those dudes.
Yeah.
Like they would like jump out and like it wasn't like the machines that were just like
No, it was them,
like
yeah.
move. It was like humans, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like that shit was fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
That's
That's why I didn't like. I'm a pussy. So that's why I didn't like Halloween. Oh, sorry, I can't say that. A bitch. No.
no, that works. That works. Bitch is gender neutral.
All right, cool. I'm a bitch.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Good save.
I'm
Good
sorry.
save. Good save. Good save. I'm not a super scary kid. I don't get scared that easily.
Nah,
but like,
I was.
nonetheless, like trick or treating, like on like them scary ass houses, I wasn't with it. But like I said, bro, literally, like it felt like I was on the job. It felt like I was clocking in. Like I would get excited to like put on
No, tell me what the worst candies were.
the fucking dots.
Dots are pretty trash, bro. If you eat
Dots
dots, you're a fucking
suck.
animal. Dots and red tamales, you guys are fucking
Red
monsters.
tamales, bro. Get the fuck
You
out
guys
of
are
my
fucking monsters
face.
if you eat dots, bro.
Fucking.
I hated all like the little off-brand candies. I don't know if they had like a star on them, and they were like black and white striped. I don't know what they were. They were disgusting.
That sounds like Tootsie Rolls. What you described?
No, do you know what I'm talking about? I can't remember. They look like some fucking dollar store ass candy. It was. I can't even tell you what the flavor was.
Candy corn. I fucking hated.
Candy corn's trash. Also, mad sus that they just gave it to you like.
Yeah, like this raw dog and candy
Yeah,
corn.
exactly.
Like what the fuck? Like
that shit was just in your bag, just touching everything.
yeah, just like
Fucking COVID wasn't a thing
weird.
back then.
Yeah, literally no one. Yeah, the COVID hadn't happened yet.
No, DOS is definitely amongst the worst. I can't even. I don't like almond joys.
I fuck with almond joys.
Well, I
I
mean,
didn't
back
as
then.
a kid. As a kid, I didn't really like
I
them.
haven't
Yeah,
had them since. But
yeah, I fuck with them now.
Reese's, I hate Reese's.
Butterfingers suck.
Yep, I hated anything peanut butter.
Just 'cause they're hard to eat.
Some people say Reese's. Have you ever heard that?
No, what
Yeah, some idiots say Reese's.
high school diploma.
Yeah,
Max.
fucking Dumbass.
Max.
Nah, but anytime you got the Twix is A1. I love Twix.
Gas. Skittles.
Skittles, yeah. Anything sour.
Anything sour.
It's the Sour Patch.
And they rarely
Laffy
gave
Taffy
sour.
except for banana. If you
Oh,
eat
bro.
banana Laffy
Hey,
Taffy.
banana flavored anything is disgusting.
If you eat banana
Except
Laffy Taffys, you're an animal.
like pie, like maybe like banana pudding.
Banana pie is good.
Yeah, yeah, the one that
Banana
Anae
cream-
made.
Oh my god, that,
that
was so good.
was delicious.
Yeah. Anae.
Shout out, another
I'm
plug.
gonna need another one of them pies.
Yeah, yeah.
Next
bro.
time.
The last time I went to Houston, I got one from her.
Last time she came, I got the banana, or Monica got the banana like cinnamon roll.
Oh yeah, I ordered
things.
another one right when she came
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
Nice, nice.
banana
When I
rolls
went
were
to Houston
really
last time, I got the strawberry one because Johnny got the strawberry one, and that shit looked
Was it
so
good?
good. Yeah, it was
Was it good?
delicious.
The strawberry
It
one?
didn't last. It didn't last 2 days.
Nice. Well, it was good.
And it was just Johnny.
It was just
Johnny, how much fucking
Damn.
cheesecake are you eating, man?
Johnny is a full cheesecake now.
This man is 6'4", just devouring cheesecakes.
But you're right. Banana flavored Laffy Taffy, banana flavored candy in any kind of way. Like, that shit should just be illegal. They don't make no sense to me.
Should be illegal.
Like, literally, bro. Like, I'm throwing, like,
Oh,
if
Mike and Ike's fucking suck.
you are tripping. You don't like Mike and Ike? I like
You
Mike and Ike.
This man needs Mike and Ike.
Mike and Ike.
This man likes Mike and Ike.
Bro, what's wrong with Mike and Ike's?
They're fucking trash.
like Arby's.
Yeah.
Why are there so many Arby's everywhere?
Really hard, chewy candy.
Yeah, it's like
They're not
little,
that
they're like
hard.
jelly beans, basically. But like little capsule looking jelly beans.
Yeah, they're like the green
Are you
and
thinking
red.
now and laters?
Yeah, those are good. I like those.
Now and laters are good, but like them hoes are hard to eat.
Fuck up your teeth
They're
permanently.
terribly. Yeah,
You
they're
need-
called. They're terrible.
You'll need new teeth.
Like literally, bro.
You cannot eat that past the age of like 13 because you will need dentures.
Yeah, no, you're probably right.
Like, absolutely.
That whole pull
Yeah.
the whole thing out. But no, other than that, I you know what I'm saying, I was cool, whatever.
Okay.
I was rocking with it. Like I said, I feel like for me, my experience with Halloween, it was like that, and then it was full stop. Never. We don't celebrate Halloween at all. It's because my mom got back into church, and then like I think the Catholic Church like started like kind of
Pope gave a statement.
yeah gave a statement. It was like
There was a keynote speaker on why Halloween
literally
is-
there was a full like deck like presented on the why it's a blasphemous or whatever. And I actually got a response from someone.
I told you, I was legitimately told that it was the devil's birthday. No, I don't think I was told that to like discourage me from doing it, but
Yeah, no. So let me pull up that someone. Because I asked on the question like, if you celebrate Halloween, has it ever felt weird for you to celebrate it in some kind of way? Right? Either like not knowing, like either your parents really not knowing like how to do it or like what it means. Because I don't think any of us know what the fuck it
before you
means.
continue. Also, when we were home, never have once opened the door to a trick-or-treater in our lives, bro. My dad will turn off all the lights in the house. It's the one night of the year where we're all dead silent, no one says anything, and everything is turned off.
What about now? Because you're in a nicer neighborhood now.
Now they come. Yeah, because before we was in the hood, like no one really would knock on our door. Now they, last year we got so many knocks. We're like, bro, turn the lights off, turn the lights off.
No way.
Yo.
I opened the door like once.
And you didn't have no candy?
Yeah, we didn't have no
You
fucking
had
candy,
no
bro.
candy to give
We
them.
had like Mexican candy, bro. They probably didn't like that shit. We had like fucking.
Hey, that's what we need to do. We need to be giving out Mexican
Yeah, we had,
candy.
like,
I'm gonna give
fucking-
them the worst Mexican candy too, so they fucking hate all of it.
Esos los dulces de coco
Yeah, the ones that are like pink and
or de
the,
nuez. Have you know
They avoid
the
our house.
the what?
They avoid our house.
Yeah, literally. So they know. Hey, they give this terrible Mexican candy over there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, but
No, same thing here.
That's funny that we never opened the door.
We weren't here because we were like the whole family. Like literally, it was a team
mission,
mission.
yeah.
Literally, like everybody, like even the adults, bro, would like go up and be like trick or treat.
Oh hell no.
Bro, I'm telling you, no shame. I used to like. I'm like now that I'm thinking back on it, I'm just like. Like they definitely like thought less of us. Like when we like left, they were probably like, "Bro,
Please, sir, may I have some candy?
yeah, bro, literally. Like I feel like that's the perception of us of what it was. But yeah, no. Someone replied to a sentiment I think similar when she said, "I know the Catholic Church is against celebrating Halloween, so it just felt like I just felt bad worshiping something else."
No, okay.
Right? Like that. I didn't really take Halloween as like a day of worship, but I think that the perception is that you're worshiping the devil, right? Because like the whole like spooky aesthetic, like
Yeah.
ghoulish monsters, like all that jazz.
Yeah, I mean, what I'll say is I definitely don't fuck with anything like occult. Even now, like I'm very much of the mindset like con esas cosas no se juegan. Period. Like even if I don't really believe, like Johnny was talking about, like he doesn't believe in ghosts and stuff, and I don't know that I do or don't, but I just don't fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like just in case, por si las moscas. You know what I mean? Like I'm just not gonna. So I don't entertain any. I don't like. That's why I don't like watching scary movies. I don't like watching like anything documentaries on this type of stuff. Like
Really? Like full stop. Like
Yeah.
you're not rocking with it at all.
No.
That's so funny. Because what about Monica?
She fucking loves this shit, dude. She like has all the witch stuff, and I'm like pinche like Satanism shit here. Like, you know what I mean? She got all the
Hey,
decorations.
some
all the-
people get super into it.
she decorates her. She goes crazy for. She loves Halloween.
But she's like on the not like there's I think there is a line where some people are like super into it, like where it is almost like satanic, right? Like it's kind of like they're using this as an opportunity to be kind of a devil worshiper a little bit.
I don't
But then
know.
I feel like Monica's more on the like.
People do that year round.
Yeah.
You don't need Halloween for that.
But it's like their day. You know what I'm saying?
The freaks
like-
come-
I don't think so.
It's like an extra day to like, yes,
I don't know, bro.
the devil's children
I
come
guess
and
she
dress.
just likes the aesthetic. I don't fucking know, bro.
Yeah, Monica's more of like, I think she enjoys like the Halloween vibes. You know what I'm saying? The
don't.
spooky.
That's also why like I don't fuck with like rock music.
Does it scare you?
I at one point no, it doesn't scare me. I thought it was like satanic, bro. So that shit's like mad satanic. Yeah, huevo, güey, me tengo que persinar, no mames. No, it doesn't scare me.
That shit comes out on his like on his fucking AirPods. He throws them shits out his ear. Ah!
No, it doesn't scare me, you idiot. I just thought, yeah, a lot of it was like kind of like bordering on Satanism.
And you're not fucking with it at all.
Not at
so,
all.
So you don't believe in ghosts? You do? Do
Probably.
you, do you
I
believe
mean,
in
maybe.
spirits?
I mean, I don't know. I've never been asked that. I probably do. I'll say I probably do believe in it.
What about you, Chris?
Yeah.
You do? What makes you say yes? So like,
Just stories that I've told that I'm sure Ken will get into in a bit.
oh, okay. These are like personal stories, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been.
What about you, Johnny?
It doesn't make sense.
He's a
logically.
rational person.
It doesn't make sense logically. I understand stories, but I haven't experienced it. I think you're a liar.
You heard it here first, folks. Anyone that's had any kind of ghost encounter,
You're a fucking liar.
Explanation.
that's actually like what I like. I think anything that has ever happened that like some people try to like, people just are looking for reasons to explain things that they don't understand.
I mean, I'm sure that's like true of a lot of things. Like kind of like maybe you could say that about like you're in like religion or something like that. Like
Yeah, like there is like faith, right? But like when it comes to ghosts, I guess I don't not believe in ghosts specifically. I just don't think that they would be like fucking with us. And again, I've never had that experience myself, except one time where I thought that shit was finna happen, and it wasn't really a ghost story. It was like more like a scary story. Shit was scary to me. Let me get. I'll tell mine and I'll let you tell yours next.
okay.
Do you want to do anything else on Halloween besides, that we haven't mentioned?
It's okay. Trick or treating, and then it goes from trick or treating to being a slut, and then it goes from being
And then goes back to being trick or treating.
yeah, because now you have kids.
Because then you were a slut and you met,
And then you
and
have
then you
kids,
had kids,
yeah.
and then it's
Yeah.
full circle. It's all cyclical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, full circle. Yeah,
And then
nah, I don't know.
pumpkins. Where the fuck do pumpkins come from? Actually, in this
No, man.
celebration.
This is like when you were talking about like the roots of like
Fall. No, pumpkins, then jack-o'-lantern.
Is it just like a fall aesthetic and it's orange? So like that's the whole Halloween thing.
I think they just eat.
Is the orange aesthetic of Halloween from pumpkins?
I don't know.
It's just because it's fall. It happens in the fall.
Because pumpkins grow in the
are
fall.
just fall.
Seasonal.
Well, they're synonymous
If it
with
was like-
Halloween,
if it-
right? Because there's jack-o'-lanterns.
Because-
Oh, the jack-o'-lanterns.
Lanterns are.
Yeah, that's right. The headless
If Halloween was in
horseman.
the spring, it might be like strawberries or something, right?
Get the fuck. There's a motherfucker with a huge strawberry riding around his head.
Carving strawberries.
Shit, baby.
We out here carving strawberries and shit, bro. What a fucked up holiday.
Maybe. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I don't have much to say about Halloween, really. I hate.
Are you gonna
the
go-
songs are trash.
Are you gonna go to the pumpkin patch?
This is Halloween. Huh? Nah. I don't know.
Hey, that one song, it was a monster mash. She did the mash. It was a late night song. Hey, that hoe is a banger. No cap, that hoe come on during the season. And that,
I will say my
I will
favorite
keep
part of
that one.
Halloween is the Office Halloween episodes. Best episodes.
I was gonna say the Moroccan one, but that's the Moroccan
Christmas.
Christmas.
Moroccan Christmas, yeah. But there's the
Idiot.
one where like Pam really doesn't like the Monster Mash, supposedly.
The monster mash.
Anyways, yeah, I don't know.
That song's a banger. Yeah, actually, I don't know. I don't. And that's my perspective of like Halloween as like a first generation Mexican American. Have no idea where this shit comes from. And
I
what
feel
it
like
means.
you almost just kind of have to keep it going just because your kids want to get candy. But outside of that, I'm like, fuck Halloween. I don't-
Yeah, like I mean, I'm gonna take my tigs. I'm gonna take my kids trick or treating. I'm gonna take my kids trick or treating. I want to like we never grew up carving pumpkins. I want to carve pumpkins.
I've never done it.
I did it last year. My
I think I
shit
did
was,
it once in college, and that was because of Monica.
You should do it again because I'm sure if she
Nah,
did it
dude, that
once. She
shit
wants to
was
do it again.
So bad, bro. This shit was so much work.
Hey,
It smelled.
My shit
hated it.
was pretty cool.
I hated it.
My shit was pretty gangster. I'm not gonna lie
So
to
much
you.
work.
My daughter got disgusted
Yeah, it's gross, right?
I didn't do it. She did it with her mom, and she said she got like disgusted.
She's like, no, but she's also
Pumpkins-
how old is she?
4.
Yeah, she's a kid.
Man, pumpkins are gross.
Pumpkins are gross.
I hate.
Do you like pumpkin flavored stuff?
No, I don't know. I think we just talked about it. The only thing I've had is like pumpkin pie from Costco, and that was cool.
Oh, that's right. We did have this conversation.
It was
Yeah,
decent.
yeah.
It wasn't bad. But like,
It feels good.
I had pumpkin coffee, and that was disgusting. That's it.
Oh, pumpkin spice latte.
No, it was a pumpkin cold brew. But
Oh,
it
that
was
sounds
disgusting.
gross.
Yeah, it was gross.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not a fan. Yeah, I'm not a fan of eating pumpkin seeds. Like that's actually something we use a lot in like my parents.
People in
Like,
Mexico eat a lot of
Yeah,
pumpkins.
pumpkin
Like,
seeds.
the calabaza.
Mhm.
I hate calabaza. Like just even like squash, any kind of like that shit. I hate it, bro. Fucking
anything that looks like this motherfucker
yeah,
right
this shit
here.
right here is disgusting.
Gross.
When they put squash in our caldo, like the rest, I hate it.
I like squash. I will eat squash.
Nah, dog.
I'm not.
It's
I'm,
a texture thing.
yeah, it does
the
have a
worst.
mushy texture, so
Yeah.
like you gotta get
Top 5
past
worst
it.
textures of all time.
But okay, let me get into like my scary story that wasn't really scary. It ended up being kind of funny. Not how it was scary actually. So I was probably, let me set the scene. It was like maybe I was in elementary school, maybe middle school at most. Like I was in like 6th, 7th grade.
Scary time.
A scary time in life for sure.
Scary time.
And so we had a computer, and my sister would always be on it on like MySpace or whatever. She would always be the main one using a record. She was like, "Oh, I'm in high school." Like,
The
I
family
need it,
computer.
blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we had
Such
the
a crazy
family
time,
computer.
The family computer.
And so the computer was in the room that I slept in, and my sister slept in the other room. And so she was on MySpace, and she was like, "LOL," or like, "Look at this," or she was like, "Damn, this is scary, fuck."
What was
And
it?
I was like, "What is it?"
Was it a chain?
It was a chain letter, bro.
Fucking hated those
Fucking
chains, bro.
hated it. And the chain letter was like the
You're gonna
story.
share this, your mom or your brother, your
The-
sister's gonna
The
die.
story, yeah, it was one of fucking those. The story was like, there was like this clown, and this is like kind of what started like my journey of like not really fucking
Oh,
with
yeah.
clowns.
Rudy doesn't fuck with clowns at all, guys.
I'm like over it now. Like they used to just make me very uncomfortable. Like if I went to a haunted house, like clowns would be like the least favorite part of like the interaction. Just like I don't get like terrified of them, but like I'm just like I don't want to be next to this thing. Like can we go somewhere else? And maybe this is where it started. Get the fuck.
Johnny starts juggling.
Joke's on you. I can actually juggle. Dang, live long enough to see myself become the villain. Oh no.
He has an existential cry. Every time he looks at the mirror, it's like Rudy with clown makeup.
Yeah, like it slowly starts to like fill in. He's a clown.
When he picks out boxes, it's like.
It just keeps going. No, so okay, so she got a chain later and she was like, damn, this is scary. And so like she had me read it. And it was a story about like these kids that were like being babysat, and the babysitter found like this clown statue, and she called the parents and was like, hey, like, can like I cover up the clown statue? Like it's kind of scary. And the parents were like,
Statue of a clown. The fuck?
exactly. They were like,
This story's whack already.
statue of a clown. Like what? No, get out of the house. Like we don't have a statue of a clown. And that like they ended up dead. Like the babysitter and the kids like died, and like some like scary shit. And the chain letter was like, if you don't forward this to 10 people, the clown will visit you at 3 a.m.
It was always a very specific time.
It was a specific time, and it'll come kill you. And I freaked the fuck out. I was like, Diana, send this shit now. 10 people now. Send it. Why are you're going too slow? I was literally like hovering over her shoulder, jumping up and down. Like, bro, you not sending it fast enough. It says we have 10 minutes.
It's not that many people. Just do it.
We only have 10 minutes to do this. And she didn't do it fast enough. Like, she only sent it to like 9 or some shit.
How slow was your internet? Jesus Christ.
I don't remember.
It's not loaded.
Bro, I was literally so mad at her. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, she's sitting there like.
And my sister was like, calm
Click.
down. Like, nothing's gonna happen. Like,
Click.
blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yeah, whatever, bro. Whatever. And so
It's gonna be your ass is dead, not mine.
the night comes, bro. And it was like
2:55, everybody's like-
the specific, bro. Let
With a
me
bat in
tell
his
you,
hand, like-
let me tell you, specifically, it was.
Bro, if I was your sister, I would have fucked with you so hard. Came in that bitch with like, yeah.
Why are
suck
y'all
his
laughing?
finger.
This was very stressful. I was so stressed. I was so upset at her, and I was like, whatever, bro. Like, it's your chain letter, not mine. It didn't say like your brother's. It was like the clown said would visit you and shit. You read that bitch. But I was like, I read it too. Fuck.
That's why she sent it.
So then that night, bro, that night comes and I can't sleep, bro. I can't sleep. I'm literally up all night. Like, I'm making sure my feet aren't hanging over the bed. I'm like tucked in. I'm like staring at the clock and I'm like, fuck. It's 2 o'clock. It's 2:30. Just go to sleep. Just go to sleep and wake up and this be over. And it's like 3:02. And I'm like, fuck, bro, this is the time. This is the time I'm supposed to be here. And I'm like, I can't. I'm trying to like close my eyes.
It's not a punctual clown, obviously.
And then I'm like, yeah, bro. In my head, I'm like, it's probably making the rounds right now. Like, it's probably a couple minutes late. And I'm just like in my head, bro. And then I'm like staring at the clock.
Oh, it's 3 o'clock literally right now.
No fucking way. No way.
Rudy.
Oh, shit. No. The time has come. Everyone hide. Turn the lights off. No, bro, but I'm staring at the clock and it's just like, and to me, I'm starting to feel better because it's like 3:03, 3:04.
Okay.
3:05.
Maybe I forgot.
I'm like, okay, maybe we're good. Maybe like the 9 bought us some time. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm like in my head. And then, bro, out of nowhere, the loudest bang, bro, I almost shit myself. No, like, and it was right outside of my window. Like, literally right outside, the loudest bang I've ever, like, I was terrified.
Did your
bro.
parents sleep in this house at that time?
No, they
so you
didn't.
can't even go to your parents.
No,
You gotta get out of that.
No. So, bro, I heard this bang and I'm like, fuck, he's here. And I put the blanket over my face and I'm like, fuck, if I'm really still, maybe he'll only kill my sister.
Hey, Dan. You dick.
Bro, I was like, fuck. And then, like, literally from that point on, I just kept hearing, like, little noises. I kept hearing creaks, and I was like, fuck, he's here. He's getting inside. He's crawling into the house. Like, and then eventually I went to sleep, and I woke up the next day. And
You're like,
and I was like, I'm fine.
I'm
We
in one
made it.
piece.
We survived. Like, I went to go check on my sister. No, she's alive. Okay, like, she made it. It wasn't just, but no, fuck it. At that point, it was her fault. If she had to take him out, it is what it is.
That's the night I lost my parents.
Jesus.
Fuck. So then, I'm like, what the fuck was that noise? I couldn't stop thinking about what that noise was. Bro, earlier that day, I had decided that
You were going to ward the windows?
earlier in the week, I had moved my basketball goal down so that I could dunk on it.
Of course.
Right? Like, you're a kid. Like, I want to dunk on it. And so I was like, fuck, I need to move it back up. So I, like, disassembled it, and I put the backboard and the rim, like, up against the wall where my window was. And I didn't put it back on that night because I couldn't get it back up on the 10-foot goal. I could only do it on the 6-foot one. So I was like, I got to wait for my dad for him to help me, like, put this back on. And that didn't happen that day, and I just left it there, and I completely fucking forgot about it. And at 3 a.m, that hole blew over and smacked into, like, the wall and the window. And that's what the huge... So the bang I heard was real, but it was just my basketball goal. And
the basketball, scared the clown. I was like, oh, shit.
yeah, bro.
Get the
Hey,
fuck out of here.
but at that age, at that time, for that bang to happen at 3:05 or whatever time it was that happened, like shortly after 3, I was like, that's it.
It's a wrap. I'm dead.
That's what happened.
I'm fucking dead.
Chain letters is real. Forward them hoes.
Fuck chain letters.
I deadass remember having the thought, fuck, I'm just gonna sit here and be so quiet under the covers and not move. Maybe he won't see me and only kill my sister.
Ah, chain letters. What a time.
So that's my scariest story that I've ever had. Other than that, I've never had like a ghost encounter or some kind of level of fear. What about?
Well, I certainly can't top that in terms of entertainment. No, I've also never had like personal. We were talking about it a little bit before. I had a sleep paralysis one time.
Ooh.
Or no, I've had it 2 times, but one
Should I play
time.
some like undertone to like help you like set the scene?
Yeah, it's not that great of a scene. I woke up. I think it was in high school probably at the time. Yeah, I think so. And I was told like even before like I knew about like sleep paralysis demons, like you know how that's a thing. I was told like in Spanish, but I was like that happens to people. Like it means like un espíritu está acostado encima de ti. Like there's a spirit like just holding you down. And so I mean I wake up and yeah I can't move obviously. And I'm sitting there, and I swear I see a silhouette at the foot of my bed, and I like fucking I was terrified. So I just started saying, Padre nuestro que estás en el cielo, you know what I'm saying? Praying. And stop with the music, it's not that scary. And yeah, I mean, I eventually was able to like get up after like a little while.
I've never experienced sleep paralysis.
And I left my room, and I was like, well, I'm not sleeping in this room.
In like a scary way. Oh, so what?
I slept in the living room with like the lights on or something. Like, yeah, I was too old to go into like my parents' room and be like, Mom, Dad.
Fuck that, bro. Even to this day, bro. If that clown, if I hear another bang at 3 a.m, I'm out.
Nah, yeah. I just slept in the living room with my dog. Yeah, that was it. But I asked my dad in preparation for this episode if he knew of any like, I don't know, like legends over there. Obviously, you have like Llorona and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But he said more so what they talk about over there is like they strongly believe in like brujas and espíritus and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like I guess the more interesting one, or the one that I found the most interesting was so back when he was a kid, my grandma was probably like mid 40s, 50s, you know, much younger back then, and she knew an older woman, probably he said about like 70s, 80s, very older woman, who apparently had the gift of seeing spirits, like
gift.
Yeah, and
curse.
I don't know why. I don't know at what point like my grandma like started believing in her or whatever. But he said my dad like that my grandma really believed in her. But yeah, apparently like this lady would get visited by spirits literally every day to try to like help them out. Like she would basically like, you know, if they had anything that they had left to do and live in life or regrets or whatever, I guess she would help. Kind of like Ghost Whisperer. Almost like this is the plot of a TV show, Dad.
Yeah.
But whatever. Apparently, the only day she could rest was on Sunday. Sundays they would leave her alone. But anyways, fast forward to the story that I found interesting was that, and this is why my dad also believes it. This is the story that made my dad like kind of believe it. Is that so? My dad was young, again a kid, but he has older brothers and sisters. The older brothers and sisters, I think it was 3 of them, were already living in California. Mi tío is the one who's like the main character of the story, I guess. And he was living in California at the time, and he liked going to like, I don't know, some mountains or some hills or whatever, and like go on trucks and fucking. He made it seem like there was like monster trucks or some shit. I don't know what it was, but like some trucks, he would just go up and down hills and creeks and whatever on these big ass trucks or ATVs. I don't know what they were, right? But, you know, like one day, the truck that he's in with his friends, just fucking like. It turns, it flips over, whatever. He gets into a wreck, basically, right? Mm-hmm. And it starts rolling down the hill, and it's like they're like big ass hills that they would go up on.
For sure.
And all of a sudden, it would just stop. I can't take you seriously, bro. I hate you.
What?
Oh my god. No, nothing.
I'm invested. Tell me the story.
And all of a sudden, the truck just stopped, right? Whatever.
Okay.
The truck stopped. My uncle was fine. I mean, maybe he was banged up a little bit, but it rolled down the hill a little bit and stopped, right? Whatever. My grandma, who was in Mexico at the time, this is what, like fucking 80s or whatever, she gets a phone call from that lady. She's like, Doña Ermelinda, venga pa acá, whatever. Like, you know.
Hang that bitch up.
Come over here, right, or whatever. And she's like, what?
They had cell phones?
No, fool, the home phone.
Oh, okay.
Pendejo. And she was like, you know, come over here, like, da-da-da-da. She's like, what are you talking about? What's going on? He's like, just come. I need to talk to you, basically. And so my grandma goes over to her house, and she's like, look, don't panic. But one of your sons was in an accident. But I put a rock in the way, right?
No.
So like, you know, she basically the lady told my grandma what happened, right?
And your grandma was like, there's no way she would have known.
Right, exactly.
No, they didn't tell my grandma.
They didn't tell my, yeah, my grandma didn't know about this at the time. Because they didn't want to worry my grandma. So like my tío, like, they never said nothing. They're in California. They're chilling. Like,
so she snitched.
The lady, yeah, snitched basically, right? So then my grandma goes like, "What the fuck?" So now she's scared. Now she calls. I think my tia Yola picks up. She's like, "Yo, is Toño okay? Like, where's he at?" He's like, "Yeah, he's fine." Or like, I mean, my Yola knew, right? And she's like, "Tell me the truth. Like, is he okay?" She's like, "Okay, well, he got in an accident." Like, basically like that. At that point, my grandma like found out that everything that the lady said was true.
That
she had that.
And there was no way that she would have known.
No.
Because and even the accident was like somewhere else.
Yeah, it was in California. You're talking about, they're in California. They're in Los Angeles.
She couldn't have been like walking by.
My grandma was in Aguascalientes. Yeah, they're in Aguascalientes. Like, and they're not, I don't think my, like, Toño and them are like close. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could, I guess, find an explanation that somebody told somebody that told somebody that told somebody, I guess. But phones, back then, communication was, exactly. There was, you know what I'm saying? There was like no phones. Like, you know, it was a hassle to call. So, like, everything points towards this lady knew what's up, and she's the one that like stopped the truck from like plummeting to its.
Like what? She just like.
She she had powers. I don't know, man. That's the story, dude. I don't.
She's out here like being able to teleport shit or what?
I do. I don't know, man.
Did it protect this lady?
I don't know, dog. I don't know, man. But yeah, that's the story that like. But anyways, there's just a lot.
Do you
of things
think
like
so? This is where I like start to like think about it. Like, do you think like people like that made a deal with the devil?
You want me to get into my bruja stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, apparently in the rancho, in Chingo, there's a lot of like stories. The
Yeah.
brujas, that's like the most prevalent thing.
We've talked about it even
Yeah.
when I give some stories about my family.
Yeah, and they like my dad went through this whole, like I said, this whole rabbit hole of they really believe so. Like, there's a lot of brujas in the rancho, and they apparently like have the power to like transform into animals or whatever. Or like one thing that they really transform into like
Birds.
balls of fire. Yeah, birds
Oh,
too.
what the fuck?
But balls of like light, basically.
Oh, okay.
So he said my tío Ruben, who's like my dad's like cousin, he's like seen them himself. Like he's walking down El Rancho and El Cerro, like in the mountains and shit, and you just see like these like balls of light, kind of like in the distance.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Está borracho? Okay.
shit, maybe. And those are like the brujas or whatever, and they meant to like they apparently take babies, and use them for their blood, like the innocence of the baby, like keeps them young or strengthens them or whatever. Like
Oh, so the babies die?
huh? Yeah, like the babies disappear. The babies get kidnapped.
Hey, come to
basically.
Texas. Abortion's illegal now. We need your service.
What the fuck? Jesus Christ. But apparently, so like my dad remembers when he was a kid, there was like a lot of like, they take that shit seriously. Like whenever they would visit in the houses or in their rooms, they like, las casas son de adobo, right? They're like adobo houses. They would like fortify the door or lock it with like a plank. They would keep it like locked, make sure it's locked, obviously. And then they'll put like a glass of water because the water's supposed to keep the witch out or whatever. And like it's just this whole thing. Like they have like a whole ritual.
Why are they
like,
scared of water?
I don't know. That part I don't remember. I don't
Oh,
remember.
weird.
Because they saw the Wizard of Oz.
Maybe shit. Maybe.
Oh my gosh, shut up.
Maybe I don't know. Yeah, they just do like a whole bunch of warding to like ward the room, or whatever. And like whenever they see witch or like people will like, oh, like there's witches in the area, like, you know, like they'll take extra precaution. Like it's like cheese. Yeah. Again, it's like fucking 10-4. Yep. And
That's how we got good at communicating what
Yeah.
a candy was.
Yeah. Like he just, like I said, told me a whole bunch of stuff. There's like a spell that you can do, like kind of like a prayer that you can do to like defend yourself against witches.
I put a spell on
Las
you.
las 13 verdades, like
Oh,
the 13 truths or whatever. It's like I guess it's 13 statements that
What
you
do-
say.
What do you? Yeah.
And you're meant to like say them as you tie a knot in like a rope, and it like just debilitates them. You can like tie them up. He told us a story about this one guy in Agua Gorda, the rancho where that's close to Aguascalientes, that like, you know, he was like, he saw a witch or the witch attack, whatever, right? And but he knew how to do the spell, whatever. So he started saying it, and eventually he was able to like tie her up. And so he tied her up, and you know, she's all like transformed in her witch state. Apparently they transform into like these hideous, like ugly creatures, kind of like, yeah, like with the nose and stuff, like, but like I don't know, like this just deformed, ugly monsters or whatever, right? And he like took her, tied her up to like a stable, like back where he was back in his crib. He tied her up, and he just like left her, and then he came back in the day, and it was like a beautiful woman, like it had transformed back basically
What a great analogy.
to a beautiful woman, and she was just
Like
like,
a drunk guy just
Yeah, I know. It's
a woman.
hey man, maybe dude, I don't know what to tell you, man. These are stories from El Rancho, bro. What did you want me to say? Like,
this dude was just telling a story about the time he regretted doing something that night.
oh shit.
That's all that was. It wasn't a witch.
I don't know, dude. You showed me like
That was
this,
borracho pendejo.
you showed me this like TikTok of a dude who's like a witch hunter in Mexico, who like he goes and hunts witches, and he was like on interviewing like a witch, but she was like blacked out, like on Zoom call or whatever. Like she covered her
These
face.
people make real money.
And
Witch hunting.
I guess I don't know. Apparently, they can see in the dark because they like use animal eyes and shit. And
What the use animal eyes? How they hook that up to their own eyes or what?
they're witches, dog. They have spells. They have powers, man. I don't know, bro. They really believe this shit. That's
You
all I'm saying.
wicked bitch.
They like really believe in witches, like for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna disrespect someone's beliefs, but
They like
I don't know. Bro.
that's like their thing. That's like their.
I have seen like the and the ones that are maybe more convincing are like on camera when like shit just be happening, like randomly. But in my head, I'd be like, what if they like
Edited.
edited this shit on purpose?
Johnny edited something flying around.
Yeah, edit.
He's like,
It's never on good quality either.
yeah, it never is.
You can never see anything.
Yeah, it's always like shitty, right? Like where's the
People have iPhones now.
Yeah, you can believe that back then, right? But like nowadays, it's like, bro, you got 4K cameras. Like
Yeah, I know. Where the 4K ghost at, huh? How come you haven't been caught in 4K?
Yeah.
Huh?
I don't know, man. That's what, like I said, I didn't have very many personal scary stories like that. He just told me a bunch of like literal stories. From
But your sleep paralysis story was pretty scary for you.
I was terrified. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was fucking.
Did you see a sleep paralysis demon?
I told you. I thought like I saw a silhouette standing over my bed.
That's why you should wear your mask at night.
Dude, it's pretty good. Imagine your sleep paralysis demon walks in on you.
Yeah, when you get up out of bed with your mask on, that motherfucker is terrified, baby.
Be like, what the fuck is this kid doing?
The sleep paralysis demon is gonna run back to his own mom.
Or he's into it.
He laced up. I see.
I'll say less.
Oh
yeah.
fuck! Then you fucked yourself.
Yeah.
You got a disadvantage. You can't see.
You can't,
Turn your mask.
can't see.
Yeah, bro. I literally can't see shit right now.
You can't see and you're paralyzed.
You look great though, Kevin.
This man desperate. Death perception is trash.
I have to rely on the only strength of my nose. I can only smell the fear.
Ay, way.
I can smell the fear in the room, and it's because I shit myself.
Ay.
Dang. Well, hey, if you're out there and you believe in witches and ghosts, you know.
Oh, actually, I have one last story. It's not a story. It was just a legend. I found it interesting. Have you heard of El Charro Negro?
El Charro Negro.
Yeah.
No, sir.
No. It's kind of like their version of the Headless Horseman. Kind of. It's not headless, but it's like a dude who like he was a long time ago was like coming from a poor family, but he was like really greedy and very like vain and stuff, and he just wanted money. And he did everything he could to get money. And one day he just got tired of it, so he like did everything he could to summon the devil and basically sold his soul to the devil in exchange for money, riches, right? But then he got tired of it. He got tired of people like using him for like his money and not being able to like form like actual connections with people.
Yeah.
Basically found out that having money wasn't all that it's cracked up to be.
Yeah, but it's nice though.
Yeah. And he tried to like run away from the deal. So he like packed a bag or whatever and fucking took some coin and just dipped, right? Just dipped, left on source. Well, obviously the devil caught him. And collected on his deal.
Duh. What the fuck you gonna hide from the devil?
And collected early. And then like punished him to basic. So now there's like a dude, like the spirit. He's a all black, a charro, right? A charro, kind of like a their version of like vaquero, whatever, just in all black on a beautiful black horse. And he goes around trying to make deals with people in order to kind of take his place. Somebody he promises like money in exchange for your soul in order to like free himself from like that like eternity of like.
And he's never been able to free himself.
Nah.
What a terrible salesman.
Yeah, exactly. He's not very good at it. Yeah, I just imagine like it's not scary, dude. It's just like a bro, please.
I thought you were in sales, guy. Come on, man.
Por favor, güey.
Needs to go to a
Está bonito, por favor. O sea,
needs to go to a Tony Robbins session or something. God,
I just thought that was a little interesting.
That shit would be terrifying though. Could you imagine like walking down the street and some like old, like creepy looking individual is like trying to like convince you to like sell your soul for money?
Some money?
Yeah.
But backwards. Yeah, it's like a drug addict but backwards.
It's the reverse crackhead.
Yeah.
Hey, this crackhead giving me money? What's going on here? Hold on.
Take this money. Please. I'm trying to get clean.
This is not okay. This is probably offensive.
To crackheads? Is that discriminated group now?
Crackheads have phones nowadays. They may listen to the podcast.
Guys, you gotta be progressive.
He's wearing a luchador mask. You gotta think about
This podcast is falling off the rails.
Come on, guys. We have to
take this serious.
we have to be serious.
There's a lot of social injustice the crackheads are facing. They deserve rights.
I'm a social justice luchador, okay? The beaner fights for the people.
I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna throw up.
Oh man, let's wrap this up, bro. Let's wrap this up.
Social justice luchador.
That's me. I'm not laughing. What's so funny?
Oh shit! I'm dead. I'm done. Oh, this podcast fell off the road.
The fight keeps going, people. Don't worry.
The revolution will be televised.
Shut up.
I'm done.
I think that's a good place to end things. I think that's all about all we have.
Don't look at me, dude. Don't fucking look at me.
This is why I wore the luchador mask, okay?
Okay.
All right, everybody. Well, hey, just want to say thank you for tuning in with us this time and joining us on this journey from the Dia de los Muertos to
Pose myself. And Halloween, both of them.
and Halloween and our stories and this final laugh fest that we had. I don't even know how we got here. This shit went off the road real fast. But with that being said, thank you for tuning in this
Make sure
time.
you follow us, bro.
Yeah,
Check
follow
us
us on all the socials. Yeah, thank you for the support. I hope that if you are someone that feels, right, you're the 45% that said that you don't celebrate Dia de los Muertos and you have some kind of roots back in Mexico, hey, I feel like it's okay to jump on and you know, let the pizza effect do its thing. Let it revive a piece of your culture. Because that's another part of the pizza effect, so it's right, like it
yeah, whatever.
reignites.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. The beaner will not stand for this.
That's problematic.
That probably is. But I can say that.
You don't have the beanie on, so you can't say that.
Oh,
anymore.
fuck no. Beaner approved.
All right.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in this time. And y'all take care. Have a good rest of your day.
Adios.
Hey, bro. Like, I was crying. Like, I was like,
I'm crying, bro. My eyes are teary.
That hoe was hot, too. Fuck.